All right. In the meantime, we'll come back to that. In the meantime, let's grab the dude from Rochester, Carrie from Rochester. You're on another dumb show. 844 hit dumb. 844-448-3862. Carrie, how are you, hon? What's up, dude?
Hi, I'm doing okay.
What's up, dude?
Hi, Mikey. Okay, so Mikey, I put in something about this yesterday in the chat, and Mikey said to call in.
Okay.
So my
What happened?
ex-boyfriend. Wait, what do you mean? What happened?
I'm
I
asking
left
you.
deer legs on someone's porch.
I told you, bro. She was going crazy in the chat about leaving dead deer legs on somebody's porch.
Now, I did see
Yeah,
something
dude, like a
about.
coyote must have killed it, and I
Uh
walked
huh.
back there with a bag because I knew exactly what I wanted to do with those.
Um. Okay, so you came across dead deer legs
hmm
on the side of the road.
No, I was walking my dog, and she was like sniffing, and then I saw what she was sniffing, and I started yelling. But then I thought of you need to leave those on Georgia's porch. So I
Okay, okay, hold on, Mike. You talk there for 1 sec. I need another beer for this one. I gotta
Yeah, I
reload
know.
here.
So,
Um, keep
how
going. I
did you
can
end up?
hear still, so go ahead.
How did you end up?
yeah, no,
You
but
said you hate the fact that you called your ex. How did you end up running across him again?
Oh
well,
shit.
he lives in the same neighborhood as like one of my best friends, and so I didn't run into him. I went back there and put the legs on the porch, and then I saw him later that day. And I don't know what happened, but I ended up sleeping there. Dude, I was so mad in the morning when I woke up.
Wait,
I was like,
you
God
you
damn it!
ended up sleeping with him
Yeah,
after you had left the dead
yeah,
deer legs on his porch.
yeah,
Hold
dude. And he had
on,
left them for
hold
like
on,
24.
hold on. I just caught part of it. Hold on. So, Carrie,
Yeah,
you're
dude,
walking the
plot
dog.
thickens.
You're walking the dog. You find some dead deer legs. You say to yourself,
hmm
I know exactly what I should do with these dead deer legs. You know, normal person, I don't mean you're abnormal, Carrie, but the everyday person out. Well, man.
Well, I didn't put them in the mailbox. I just decorated the porch because somebody told me that it'd be a federal offense. So,
Well, yeah,
and I
it
don't want
messing
to
with somebody's
upset the
mailbox is a
mailman.
felony.
Yeah, you can't do. Yeah, I would be more worried about the mailman than the federal offense, to be honest with you, because that's just crazy.
Yeah,
Well,
no,
just
that's
I'm
real
gonna be honest
gross.
with you, Carrie. Just picking them up off the ground was kind of crazy, or very
Well, no,
crazy.
I went back to my house and got gloves and plastic bags,
Okay, well that
and I just
normalizes it
left
for
them
sure.
outside for the night.
That definitely
Premeditated deer legging.
that definitely normalizes it for sure. Knowing that
Yeah,
you
totally.
said I don't want to get any of those germs on my hands before I pick up these dead dog legs or dead deer legs. Carrie, um, sorry, I just saw CP Tony P's super fan donation. He said that should be with a lady of the night in Nevada should be next. Okay, that's pretty good. That's a good one. All right, I earned that one for sure. Okay, you go home, you go back to the scene of the roadkill. Now
Yeah,
clearly this has been
it
cut in
was
half by a
coyote
motor.
kill, not roadkill.
Oh, okay, so it wasn't cut in because you said deer legs, so I was wondering if it was cut in
Yeah.
half by a motorcycle that hit it or something.
No,
That's
I think a coyote must have killed it.
that's an old school reference if you know that one. So the coyote, Mikey, do you even know that reference?
No, I don't.
Ooh, that's an
I
old
didn't
school
hear
one.
you. I was talking.
I asked if the deer got cut in half by a motorcycle.
Oh no, I don't even know what you're talking about.
Okay, old. That's an old school CBS reference from way back. Anyway, I wonder if anybody knows that. Put it in the chat. Um,
It might
so
have been
you
before you
go.
guys were on in Rochester.
It was for sure. It was. I
Oh yeah,
forgot.
because
Okay.
I started listening your guys' first show in Rochester.
Okay. Well, then, yeah, it was before that. But I thought maybe it would have run in a best of, maybe because it was, or it might even been. Nah, I don't know. We'll see. Let's see if anybody remembers it. But from now, you go back, pick up the deer legs,
hmm
and you say, "All right, I'm going to pick them
I,
up. I'm going to take them to my ex's house because why?
because he was cheating on me the whole time he was with me.
How long
With
ago
his
was
ex
this?
girlfriend who he said he hated. We broke up in like January.
Okay, it's June,
How long
dude.
were you guys dating?
Yeah, I know. Like 6 months, not long. But I hadn't dated anybody in like 3 years because my boyfriend overdosed. And I hate Jews. They're all kind of trashy. So But
Hey,
he
dudes?
seemed nice because
Dudes are all
I
trashy.
don't
Is that what you said?
Is that a dude hating on dudes?
yeah, like men,
Dude on
men,
dude crime.
yes, men
Wow.
suck.
Okay. Yeah, we are the
Because
worst.
they're just mean and rude and
Yeah, we're horrible.
lie and
Yeah.
Yeah, I can.
Everyone
I
lies.
can pretty much.
Everyone
I can agree
lies.
with
That's not a male thing. Women lie all the time.
Humans
Okay,
lie.
so you go to his house. You decide not to put it on the mailbox or in the mailbox. You put it where on the front steps?
I put one leg on a chair, one I put like through like the door handle thing, and then the other one I put just on top of a railing.
Oh my God, she grabbed 3 legs. This whole time I was picturing she just had like the ass end of a deer. And
Yes,
she was
a
carrying just like the
carcass.
ass of a deer. Yeah.
No,
But now
no.
they're
No,
just
it was like-
individual legs she was carrying.
Now, let's be honest, Carrie. Did you have to at any point take any of the animal and rip it apart to get those parts apart?
No,
You
oh my
found
God,
them
no.
just
no.
separated,
The
okay.
coyote did that for me.
So they're all rotted.
And I love animals. They were like half rotted. There was like fur
So-
and bugs, and I just put them in a bag and left them outside.
So they smell
Yeah,
just horrible and
They
nasty.
smelled terrible. Yep. Yeah.
Okay, Carrie.
But he's
It's making me sick just thinking about the smell.
No, I'm actually having a hard time. Okay, so then what? You knock on the door and run away? Ding dong ditch?
no, I didn't. No, I just left him there, and he's so burnt that he didn't even notice for like 24 hours. And the only reason he noticed was because of the smell. And he knew it was me. He called me at work, and he's like, "What do you?" He's like, "Can we talk and not have to deal with animal parts?" I'm like, "I don't even know what you're talking about."
Oh, you didn't just say, I'm at
But
work.
then
I can't talk. I'm at work. Sorry. Can't be
No,
bothered.
Yeah.
I was like, "What?"
Why'd you
I
even
don't know what you're
answer?
talking about.
You're supposed to just leave him
Well, I
on
didn't.
leave him
I
on red
didn't
after that.
at first, but then I started to get mad, so I called back and was like, "Why are you calling me?"
Jesus Christ. So the back end of what I heard when I got up to get myself another deli was that you, in the end, ended up going back and sleeping with him after this somehow.
Well,
He
no,
was
my friend lives in his neighborhood, and I was hanging out with her, and then we saw him, and I don't know, I was yelling at him, and then I don't know what happened. I ended up sleeping there, yeah. But then in the morning, he's like, "Are you going to unblock me?" I'm like, "Nah, dude, we're not there yet."
What kind now what I thought you did was crazy by putting that there. What this dude did by interacting with you beyond once confirming it was you was 1,000 times crazier than what you did.
Yeah.
Do you agree with me, Mikey?
Yeah, dude. I mean, if an ex left dead deer legs on my porch, I'm pretty sure I'm calling the police.
Yeah, I believe.
He can't call the police. He sells weed in LSD.
Oh, jeez, Carrie. All right.
Yeah, what's his number?
Allegedly, for Christmas sakes, poor guy. Just
I'll hit
just takes you to Pound Town, and then you got to call him out on the show. Come on, Carrie.
I didn't say his name, and he doesn't listen.
I heard you say his name.
With the first name, I'm sure there's a lot of people with that.
Wow. All right, Carrie. Well, I did now. I'm trying to
Dude,
think.
You
What?
shouldn't
Now,
mess
wait a
with
minute.
you shouldn't mess with crazy people's heads. You shouldn't do that.
No, I think I've learned that the hard way. Trust me. I don't understand. Carrie, how did you, so you ran into him in the neighborhood? Where I'm confused about is how when you ran into him, you started yelling at him. How did he go from, I'm assuming it was something like, "Yo, you B, I can't believe you put those deer legs all over my porch. You B."
No.
No.
It wasn't
No.
anything like that. No, he's kind of afraid of me.
Well,
It's
Can't blame the
it's understandable. I totally understand that. Christina says, "LL Carly, you are so crazy. I love it." Yeah, but where do you go from here?
He's not a nice guy.
When are you going to unblock him at this point? Next time you try, you need to get a little bit you know
No,
what?
I'm not unblocking him.
Why not?
He doesn't because he doesn't deserve to be unblocked. He's still with that girl. Like nothing's changed.
Oh, so you were the side piece this time.
Yeah. I think he was but he's been the whole time. So I was the side piece.
Oh.
It's so gross. Hello. Welcome to Another Dumb Show. I'm Another Dumb Show host. Welcome to issue 55 of Another Dumb Show. Thank you for streaming with us here on YouTube this evening. I appreciate it. What's the date today? It's Monday, June 26th, 2023. I hope you guys are all enjoying your day. I'm feeling a little under the weather, not gonna lie to you guys. Got a little bit of a sore throat thing happening. I'm not really sure what's going on. If I'm coming down with something, back of the neck's starting to get all tight. You know what that means usually. That's not a good sign. I was hoping it was just allergies when I woke up this morning when I was all scratchy and kind of gross. Man, but the back is the back is not feeling good at all. So I'm gonna power through it, do the best I can today to try to give you guys the best show that I can. But I'm gonna be honest with you guys, I feel like garbage. So I'm gonna do my best to make sure I can give you guys the best show that I can. Otherwise, no Mikey today. Mikey is bowling this evening, so we won't have Mikey. But that means I'll be hoping to hear from you guys. I'm going to pop this little guy up to help me out, kind of keep track of the chat. Oh, what am I doing here? I hit the wrong button. Nope, I didn't want to do that one. That's the wrong button. We don't need to see that. We saw that there. Yeah, Mikey's not here today. He's bowling. So Open Lines America, of course, 844-HIT-DUMB, 844-448-3862. I did see the phones were working. We did a little phone test prior to the show, and they're up and running. So give us a call. Be happy to hear from you. I had a pretty good weekend. Friday did the show with you guys and then just kind of chilled and relaxed. Friday night, nothing too exciting to be quite honest with you. After that, I considered going on to, what's it called? Somebody said, oh, Pat said, why do you keep changing shirts from the IG video? It's messing me up. Because Pat Wee, I have a whole system with t-shirts. I have house shirts that I just wear only in the house t-shirts. With those consist of mainly t-shirts that I have gotten burn holes in from too many blizzies dripping on them. So those are those are house shirts. And the shirt I was wearing is one of my house shirts. And I conveniently, when I did my Instagram live, did it just above where the burn hole in that shirt was. So I put on one of my different shirts. So that would explain the outfit change. I'm not going for some sweet like, this t-shirt's better than the other t-shirt. No, this one just doesn't have holes in it. It's got really crappy armpits, but no holes. So, Pat Wooey, you caught me. Brap is dying to know who was first. I think that obviously makes it pretty obvious who was first today. Brap was first. He was at the drag races this past Friday. He missed being first on last Friday, because he went to the NHRA drag races here outside of Cleveland in Norwalk. And I actually turned it on for a little bit. It was on, I think Sunday I turned it on for a little bit, because Saturday I had an event. I DJ'd Saturday. And we'll talk about that in a little bit. Interesting occurrence at that event. I'm interested to see what you guys think about this. But so I DJ'd an event on Saturday. Sunday, I just kind of used that day to recover, because it was kind of an extensive setup and breakdown on Saturday. So, excuse me, guys, my throat. Sunday, a lot of drag racing day. I was all excited for racing. I was figured there's going to be a Formula One race I could watch, an IndyCar race I could watch, and I even pop on some NHRA race to watch as a whole. And then NASCAR was on late. So it was going to be just a whole bunch of racing day for me. I was all excited for racing. And then no Formula One, no IndyCar, and yeah, Nashville wasn't until later on. So I popped on the NHRA for a little bit, watched it for a couple minutes. No, I'm not going to lie to you, not my cup of tea. Brap, God love you for checking it out. You can call me if you want to let me know how it was. 844-HIT-DUMB, 844-448-3862. Brap, it was kind of boring, I'm not going to lie. I couldn't really do it. The stock car things they're like NASCAR dragsters. It was just weird. The whole thing was just kind of weird to me. I wasn't into it. So I didn't make it very long into that. So I started looking for something else. But boy, did I find something cool. I found the Sahlen's 6 hours of the Glen at Watkins Glen International. Oh my God, was that so much fun. It was so cool to watch. I enjoyed that so much. So it was all these like GTP, it was actually 4 different types of race cars all racing at the same time in 4 different classes. It was so freaking cool. And one of the classes was like this prototype. I don't even know what they're called at this point. Some sort of grand touring prototype car. And what caught my eye was this BMW car. It's this prototype BMW race car that is just absolutely awesome. Check this thing out. It looks like to me, it's like an airplane with wheels kind of thing, or like a speedboat with wheels, or just some sort of thing that just doesn't look like a car. But man, this racing was so neat watching. I don't know what the coolest part about it was if it was just the good racing that was going on between these cars, or the fact that they had to weave in and out of all these slower cars at the same time, and while still trying to maintain track position for themselves and trying to catch up if you were behind. It was great. It was a lot of fun. Herman, welcome to the League of Dummies. I see he just joined the League of Dummies there. It was nice of him to do that. We appreciate it. And of course, anybody who wants to become an official member of the League of Dummies, you can do that by clicking that join button. It's $1.99 a month. It's one of the best ways to support another dumb show. As I try not to lip smack, because I got a comment from McDonald saying, love Dumb's lip smacks. Can't help it, guys. I rip down those bleezies, so I always have the dry mouth. Sorry. I'm not sure if I read this comment the other day from Rich. I think I might have, but just in case I didn't, Rich wants to know, hey, Dumb, is there a way to listen to just audio only? Yes, there is. Through YouTube Music. That's the best way to do it. I recommend doing that and just signing up for YouTube Music and YouTube Premium. Just if you're into YouTube and watching the show here, and you just make it all in one, because you can do the music too and do the YouTube Premium as well. And if you get the music one, I don't even know if you have to be a subscriber or a member to get the YouTube one. I thought the dog hit the camera, but anyway, audio only is available on YouTube Music if you want to get it. You can download it. You don't have to worry about seeing my face. You can just download just the audio version only. That way, if you're driving and if you're doing a route or something like that, and you can't be looking at your screen, if your boss has a camera or something in there and you just want to download it and listen, YouTube Music is the way to do it. I'd love to put it up on every single platform, but it's kind of a pain in the butt for me to get those all up there in a timely fashion. I may start getting them up eventually, but as for now, YouTube Music is the best way to listen to audio-only version of the show. Another comment from Sean here. He says, Sean's always commenting. I think he catches up like day later. He says, yo, Dumb, you were talking about the Arby's burger, the Steakhouse Deluxe, and yes, it's probably the best of fast food burgers. See, I told you. It's awesome. He gets a couple every week. Excellent, with the chef's kiss. And then he also will say DQ has great burgers also. I agree. You want a good burger? Dairy Queen has great burgers. You'd never believe it, but the ice cream place makes fantastic burgers. Blue Wolverine with a super chat message in there. He says he sent me a PlayStation invite the other day. Check my messages. I think I got a few of them in there. I just didn't have time to play this weekend because I was working. And Sunday, like I said, I was just recouping because Saturday's event was pretty pretty heavy. I went not heavy. It was actually probably one of the easier events I ever did, other than the setup. It was in like a backyard. It was a graduation party. It was at a private residence, but it was in a pretty nice backyard, but like way in the back. So I had to go over all these patios and all over this grass and everything, way into the far back corner of the backyard. So I was pumping the music back towards the house and not towards the neighbors or whatever, obviously. So, but just said I had a lot of speakers to set up, and they were just spread out all over the place. So it was a lot of work, but sounded freaking great. You know you did a good job when they tell you that you can turn it down because it's a little too loud. So that's a fantastic problem to have, especially when you're working outside. So that was cool. But like I said, it was a graduation party, and we had the photo booth there too. So that was pretty neat. Everybody enjoyed that. My daughter was there. She was running the photo booth. Shout out to Keely. She did a great job. It had a little hiccup at the beginning. She was able to troubleshoot her way through it. So I was very proud of her for being able to do that. That made me feel great. Then the thing ran like a charm the rest of the night. We got some great pictures. One of the craziest things about this event, though, was I was just kind of DJing, and all of a sudden I looked up and I kind of noticed that one of the graduates was walking around with a White Claw. And I was like, that's kind of weird. Their parents are here. And then I kind of started to notice that almost every kid who looked like they were probably a graduate was drinking. And I was like, wow, that's really weird. And their parents weren't all there for sure. There was really only one, maybe two sets of parents there, three. So unless those parents all had multiple children graduating that class, there were a lot of kids there drinking underage. Kind of, who knows if their parents gave them permission, if they were all planning on spending the night there, who knows? But I found that to be crazy because at my graduation party, I wanted to drink, but I wasn't allowed to drink. Trust me, I wanted to, but I couldn't. And I mentioned it to B1, and she was like, no, I drank at my graduation party. My parents let me drink. And I was like, there's not a chance in hell that ever would have happened at mine. There's just none. I was too busy also just worrying about how much money I was raking in. I didn't care about I wouldn't have minded getting drunk, but yeah, I was just worried about, we had a huge graduation party for me. We invited like the whole town. It felt like to my party was huge. I walked out of there with like $7,500 or something. It was sweet. It was a bunch of money. It was awesome. Bought myself a stereo system right afterwards. Sweet Iowa. Oh yeah, baby. I was living it up back in '96. Well, I don't know about you guys. Do you guys drink? Did you drink at your graduation party? Would you throw a graduation party if you were a parent and let the kids drink? 844-HIT-DUMB, 844-448-3862. Because I don't think, I especially in this day and age, I just kept wondering if I could possibly get in trouble because of this. I was wondering if I could potentially, just because I'm there playing music, and if like the cops show up or something, could I get in trouble for contributing to the delinquency of a minor? Brap, you're on another dumb show. What's up, dude?
Yeah, I just got done eating lunch.
You just got done eating lunch? Were you drinking?
Yeah, I'm night shift.
Oh, that's
No,
right.
I'm at work.
I forgot about that. How's it going, man? Did you go to the dragsters and stuff? How'd it go?
Yeah, I went Friday. We ended up waiting in the parking lot. I got rained out because, well, it was raining, misty, crappy night. So I didn't bother going in for just the one round Friday. Saved $100. And then I went Saturday, and watching it on TV does it no justice.
Kind of a bust then?
It wasn't bad. It was good. But watching the drag racing on TV, I don't even make a chance really to watch. If I miss it, I miss it. I don't care. Watching it on TV isn't the same as being in person.
Yeah, it's pretty, I guess in person, because I went to one when I was a little kid, I remember, and it was like hardcore loud. I remember being scared because it was so loud. I think I was maybe 4. I was really, really young. I don't think I had headphone, like the ear covers on or anything like that. So,
oh yeah, that's stupid.
yeah, no, I didn't like it at all. I think I actually kind of like vaguely remember now. It's all kind of actually as I'm sitting here thinking about it. I think I like ran away from my parents and went and hid under the bleachers or something. Like for some reason that like is jumping into my mind. And I wasn't that kind of kid. I never really did anything weird like that, but that just hopped into my memory like that kind of out of nowhere. So, well, I hope you didn't hide beneath the bleachers when you were in there at least. Did you wear the ear covers and all that stuff?
Oh, yeah, my right ear is already half shot from having my motorcycle, so since then I've kind of made a point to always wear earplugs, and if it's really bad, I'll put earmuffs over the earplugs. Right on.
Well, be careful. Don't blow your other eardrum out at the next race. Are you, is that the only kind of racing you're into? Did you happen to see any of this race this weekend, that Sahlen's race or any of the NASCAR race?
The Sahlen's race was on while we were driving home, I believe. Or, no, we would have been at the race. Saturday was the race for the Sahlen's.
Yeah.
I was at Norwalk, so I wouldn't have seen that, but I seen the haulers on my way home because I live up north of Buffalo.
Okay.
And as far as NASCAR, that came on late last night, and I was busy getting all my stuff put away and getting ready for work and getting my food cooked that I make for during the week and so forth.
The short answer is no. You didn't see either of those races.
No, I know Chastain won, so I'm happy about that. Anybody but Chase Elliott, I'm happy.
You're not a Chase Elliott guy?
Oh hell no, I can't stand Golden Boy.
What, people love him. That's Mikey's favorite, actually, if I remember.
How should I say it? Like McDonald sells the most hamburgers, it doesn't mean they're the best. He might be the most popular driver, but I can't stand him.
Well, you know who does like him, Brap, is my new favorite person. And I'll let you go, dude. I appreciate it, bro. Have a good one, man. I'm glad you made it back safely.
Have a good one.
All right, later.
Yep.
You know who Chase Elliott made friends with at this race this weekend, who might be one of my new favorite people in the world. Ooh, Livvy Dunne. Holy cow. Now, I know she's been around for a minute, but I've only really seen her in her Vuori commercials, where she looks good, but she looks kind of young in this. Not that she doesn't look young here, but holy crap. That's a hot ass picture. This chick, and that's Chase Elliott. That's what reminded me of it, because I saw that she went to this race this weekend in Nashville, and because it was a whole big thing going on there. They had concerts, and it was a whole big weekend this weekend. So that would have been a cool time to go down there. Well, really, only just because she's there. Honestly, who cares about the race? Just go to see that chick. Let's see here. I was actually Blue Wolverine with the super fan donation with his tongue out. Yeah, I agree. That's quite a woman. That's quite a woman. Pat Wooey, no B1 update as of right now. I did talk to her yesterday. I did see her yesterday for a little bit. Actually had some pizza with her and sat outside for a little bit. But that's it. That's about it. No Fear said his grad party had a keg, and anyone who would surrender their keys was allowed to drink. Don't sue his parents. Nugget Man said his grad party was a dud because there was no alcohol, but then some B told her mom that she got drunk at the party, and he still got in trouble. And Tessa said that her aunt and uncle let their kids drink at their graduation parties. That was like 10 to 20 years ago. She didn't have a graduation party, but my parents probably would have let her drink. Now that sucks. That sucks that you didn't have a graduation party. You make so much money at those things, man. They're a lot of fun. Like my parents, we had a band there. I remember this kid, it was pretty neat actually. The band played, like, it was like kind of like a cover band that played like classic rock and all that kind of stuff. That was like a kind of a popular band around the local town in Chagrin Falls. And the son of one of the the lead singer played guitar. And to start the party, he did a rendition of Jimi Hendrix doing the national anthem at Woodstock. He did that at my graduation party, and that was pretty freaking sweet. It was a pretty good way to start that party out, actually. Let's see. Are you guys familiar with Sukihana? I don't know if you are, but there is this performer, and this video just kind of went viral because it brought up a lot of questions about consent. Because apparently a rapper had kind of gotten on stage with her recently. I think she's a love and hip hop chick, this Sukihana. But YK Osiris just got in trouble a couple weeks ago because he was forcibly touching and kissing Suki at an event thrown in Atlanta, many accusing the rapper of sexually assaulting the love and hip hop Miami star. And that's who Sukihana is. But this video went viral of her. And it brought up, like I was saying, people were questioning consent at a concert and what people get away with. And I just think to myself, imagine if this was reversed and this was a dude doing this to a chick. Oh, no. Hold on. Hit the wrong button. Hold on, guys. Hold Hold your wads. Hold your wads. Okay, here we go. All right, so here's this crazy video I found. And like I said, it brought up a lot of people are, wow, wrong one. Wrong button. No, that's the wrong one. This is the one we want. Here we go. Consent questions. This quick shot at the end. So yeah, so that's Sukihana. So just imagine being at a concert and you're just sitting there and you see the performer on stage and you think to yourself, man, she's got a fat ass. You know what I think I'm gonna do? I'm gonna jump on stage and I'm gonna eat it. And then you just proceed to go ahead and jump up there and you do this. How does security not just completely grab her and throw her off stage? I mean, they just like let it happen. I understand it's entertaining or whatever. Oh man, this guy. I understand it's entertaining, but why would they allow that to happen? If a guy jumped up there and did that, I'm pretty sure they wouldn't be okay with it. So I'm not exactly sure why they were able to just. This person was able to just jump up there, do this. I don't know if she's maybe part of the entourage. It didn't seem like it. Maybe so. I'm not exactly sure. Nugget Man said that's not a concert. What is it? What is it? But yes, Herman, that's what you just saw. She just jumped up on there. Diz said her upper lip smells like a trash truck on fire. Sukihana said, didn't she just supposedly get assaulted by an NLE Choppa? No, it was by, I just mentioned who it was actually. It was by... wow, what the hell's his name? YK. I don't even remember the dude's whole name. YK Osiris, that's right. So they're saying that he just assaulted her, Pat Wooey, so you're kind of right. And Ninja Ginja said there's going to be some major pink eye happening there. Yeah, I mean, so, but think about if that happened at a concert where there was a guy, a male rapper, or just anything. If it was just reverse situation, or if it was a dude that jumped up there, the beat down he would take, sexual assault charges, this would be the biggest story everywhere. But because the chick did it, it was okay. And supposedly she had consent to do it. So I don't know, maybe before the beginning of it, before the video picked up or something. I'm not really sure, but I thought it was a pretty crazy video. Made me laugh. All right. Oh my God, my throat is killing me, guys. We may, so, excuse me, sorry. Speaking of concerts, there was a concert this weekend that went viral, or that had a kind of a clip leading up to it. You know me, you know I'm a Swiftie. You know I love Tay-Tay. There was a concert this weekend in Minneapolis that was... Leading up to the concert, they put out a press release telling all of these Swifties, hey, don't show up and stand outside the show tonight like you guys do at every other venue because we're not going to let you do it. So leading up to it, there was a news report talking about it. And this guy, this guy named Chris Long, he is a... He's on KSTP tonight, and he does, well, this kind of speaks for itself. If you're a Swiftie, you'll understand exactly what you're looking at. So let me just play it for you, and let me know what you guys think of this. This is for you, Hannah.
It's me. Hi. Want to commemorate Taylor Swift's weekend takeover of Minneapolis? Well, if so, you belong with me. If not, you're on your own, kid. Ready for it? Twins fans knew all too well a cruel summer might develop if they didn't find some daylight this week, but they got out of the woods with 3 straight wins. Hoping the gold rush continues, seeking a 4th straight win in Detroit. Pablo Lopez started, but death by 1,000 cuts in a treacherous second inning. A failed double play, a walk, and 2 bloop singles had the Twins seeing red, down 3-0. In the 6th, the fearless Carlos Correa trying to shake it off, and I think he knows. Deep into the lavender haze for a clean solo homer. It was 3-2, and the Twins loaded the bases in the 8th, but Alex Lang pulled the invisible string on a mean hook to say peace to Royce Lewis. Well, then some bad news. Jose De Leon appeared to hurt something, warming up to come on in relief. We're going to update you as soon as we get any details on that. The Twins fall 3-2. Last weekend, Eden Prairie's William Sawalich had the best day, driving as if in a getaway car to earn his first win in auto racing's ARCA series. And he was the man in Elko tonight. A homecoming as NASCAR's feeder series ran close to.
So there you go. You got, for those of you that are Swifties, you were able to pick up on, I believe it was over 40 references to Taylor Swift titles in there, which is a little shout out to the Eras Tour that was in Minneapolis that night. Let's see. What else is going on here, guys? Oh, yeah, that's right. I got a comment from someone who's she's not happy with Another Dumb Show and the fact that we're doing eating challenges on Another Dumb Show. She said that it's losing its new car smell already. What the F is it with all of you thinking we want to watch you stuff your face? Well, it's a challenge thing. People do that, and I've been doing it for years, and kind of one of my things. So if you are familiar with me from the old show, then you would understand it, and there's millions of mukbanging videos out there. So, Alina, I dumbed down your comment. Anyway, so I came across this video. Actually, I got a tweet. Actually, who did I get this tweet from? Actually, I got a tweet here. And again, bear with me, guys. It's really hard for me to talk right now. It's hard to talk for more than like 2 sentences at a time. But Travis sent me a tweet saying, at Another Dumb Show, this girl would show you boys what's up. And it had included a link to a YouTube short of a girl who, let's see here. Oh, come on, drop in there. According to this guy, what the hell just happened? Where'd the clip go? According to this dude, he said this girl would show you boys what's up. So going back to the eating challenge thing, this is potentially an addendum to Mikey's McDonald's challenge, or a new version of it, something along those lines, because this girl, I don't know if she's watching Another Dumb Show or if this has been going on for a minute, but Mikey's McDonald's challenge just kind of happened organically. Mikey was eating like a fat F one day, and then I decided that I wanted to see how quickly I could take down what he took down, and it just kind of happened naturally. Well, this girl's just doing it to celebrate her birthday. And wait till you see what this girl decided to eat. And it goes by pretty quick. Hang on. All right, well, she's sitting in her car at McDonald's. And hold on. Let's go back to that. That's what I want to see, is what this girl is eating. Okay, so let's get a shot of what she's got here. First off, I see 2 Big Macs. She's one short of the Mikey's McDonald's challenge. But I think I'm seeing 2 cheeseburgers, what looks to be potentially a McChicken, or 3 cheeseburgers. And then I see a McChicken there. It looks like 3 cheeseburgers. Looks like a McChicken. 4 cheeseburgers? Or what is this thing down at the bottom here? 6-piece. Looks like a large fry. Some sort of weird wrap from McDonald's. I don't even know what that is. And then a breakfast thing, or a dessert thing. Okay, so here she goes. This is her birthday mukbang. Pretty hot. Oh, look at that mouth. Jesus. Look at that bite. Holy crap. Ooh, that was fast. Now, we're not seeing any chewing, though. Zesty chili lime wrap. I don't even know what the hell that is. Cheeseburger 2, cheeseburger 3. Junior chicken. Okay. Another junior chicken. 6-piece nut. And then a fry. Oh, not to be, she's not done yet. Winnie, chill out. I know. You want McDonald's too. I get it. And then a birthday cake, strawberry pie, and then water for water. Oh, that's crap. She's going for water at the end of that? That doesn't count. Oh, well, that's... so there's her version of the McDonald's challenge. I'm not sure if she's going to be able to do the whole thing or not. I swear to God, I downloaded the whole video, the whole full one, but I have no idea where it went at this point. How'd that video go? Oh, so I do have the whole video. I'd like to check out the time on it to see how quickly she was able to get this thing down. So if you guys will bear with me and get this video over here lined up. Rena, what are you barking at over there? What's the problem, Bob? Calm down. Chill out. What are you barking at? You just got some food? I don't understand what the problem is over there. Calm down. All right, here we go. So this is her. This is her doing her. This is the longer video. So I want to see. I'm not going to watch the whole video. It's over a half hour long, and you guys know how quickly I did Mikey's McDonald's challenge, and I would say these are very similar in what they are as far as what kind of food is in it. So I think what I'm going to have to do. Let's time it up. Let's see if. Let's see where she starts and where she finishes, and if it's even close, and then maybe we do an addendum. I'd love to really try to get her to try it. Honestly, that would be my goal. Was to try, because I found this right before I was looking at tweets right before the show started, and I found this, and I was like, oh man, I should try to find this girl. So I'm gonna see if I can try to find her to get her to do the Mikey's McDonald's challenge, because she is a YouTuber. So I don't know, maybe we can do a YouTube collab. Here she is. Why is there no sound? Oh, because I didn't show it. All right, here we go.
Hello, everybody. Welcome back to Cat versus Food.
Oof.
I am so sorry for that intro. Your girl is just so excited and happy and just joyful. Like my body can literally burst right now from joy. I'm like, I can't contain myself. Why might you ask? Is it because it's my birthday? Kind of, but not really. That's not why. Like my birthday.
All right, I'm skipping ahead to where she starts eating.
Okay, so I'm posting.
Blah 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 blah. All right, let's hear her describe what she bought. I like this. All right, cool.
And
oh wait.
obviously, I wasn't actually gonna sit here on my birthday and eat McDonald's, so that's why I'm doing it a few days before. But
Bag
I felt like I
fries.
had to pay my respects to it.
Bag fries count. You're allowed to do bag fries.
Clearly, I can't even wait. Without further ado,
All right.
you know what the victim is today. We got a little excited today.
All right. I don't feel like it. Let's just get to when she takes the first bite. Oh, okay. So it looks like the first bite went in. First bite on my clock. I have 3:37. All right. Somebody write that down. Somebody put that in the chat. 3:37 is when she takes the first bite. And then I'm going to skip ahead to where she gets to the end of it. So now I've skipped ahead quite a bit. 19 minutes. Let's see what she's got left.
I saw someone comment on my video.
No comments. Who comments on YouTube videos and who reads those? God, losers. She's still eating or what? Oh, she's still working on a cheeseburger, and she's at 23 minutes right here. So that's 20 minutes, guys, and I can tell you right now that's already way past my time. My time of 18 minutes, 17 seconds. She's way past that with food left. So I don't know if she'd be able to complete it in the amount of time that we did it in. It doesn't look like I'm not understanding why, I think his name was Travis. Why dude thought that, yeah, Travis, what were you thinking, bro? Were you thinking this girl could take down the king? And she's not. Did you even watch the whole? You only watched the short, dude. You had to go back and watch for the time. Like I saw those big giant bites she was taking. She was guzzling down some food like a champ right there. Don't get me wrong. I'm not trying to knock her, but I don't think she's got the skills to take down the king at this point at all. Speaking of kings being taken down, what do you guys think about the coup in Russia? The Russian coup. Or was it not? Was it mutiny? Was it all fake news? to cover up Hunter Biden. That's what I'm reading. I'm reading that it was all a big cover-up to cover up old Hunter Biden shenanigans. So I'm not really sure. Here, let me read this to you guys. This is what the hardcore right is saying right now, that the media used failed Russia coup to knock bombshell Biden scandal off the front page. It said, last Thursday, House Republicans released 2 explosive testimonies from IRS whistleblowers that, if true, further suggest President Joe Biden sold his political power for profit from our enemies abroad via his son Hunter's business dealings. Moreover, they allege the Department of Justice has done everything in its power for years to protect the Bidens, even to the point of massively interfering in American election. So, if that is all true, it would be a massively huge story, or massively, it would be a massively huge story. Probably one of the biggest controversies in the history of the United States. Because if it is real, it means that our president could potentially have been compromised by adversaries because of the business dealings they've done. Because if he sold his power to them, it's shady. It's ugly. But it goes on to remind everybody, you didn't really hear much about that yesterday, did you? No. That's because you guys were all caught up in the Russian coup and Prigozhin and his attempt to take over. This Russian mercenary dude, Prigozhin and his mercenaries, that were banging on the door of the Kremlin in Moscow with a line of people, basically a line of tanks and stuff headed right to Moscow in what looked like a potential overthrow of the Russian government, which was like, the anarchist or whatever inside you for a sec gets a little bit excited about something like that. But then you see it and you're kind of like, this could get ugly. What if this guy gets in or what if Putin, because he's kind of is like a major loose cannon, what if he just got angry and was about to get taken over and said, you know what, I'm going to get killed anyway, I'm just firing all these nukes off, and then there's everything's crossing in the air like in the movies or whatever. So that's what I was kind of freaking out about, because I always got nervous because I grew up during the very end of the Cold War in the early 80s when they were still kind of just wrapping that up. And, we still were kind of talked about, there were signs up about nuclear stuff and like radiation shelters and stuff. So I was always a little bit nervous about that. And I know we were way past that at that point, but there were enough movies out to make you think that we were on the brink of nuclear war all the time. So I was worried about that kind of stuff. Nugget Man just asked if B1 was deer legging me. No, there's nobody deer legging me at my front door. It was just the neighbors knocking on the door for something. That would have been pretty funny though if I opened the door and there was a bag of deer legs laying there like Carrie did to her ex. But the thing I found interesting about the whole thing with the coup was that it just ended. It seemed like it was ramping up and it was gonna happen, and it was gonna be a big uprising in the middle of Moscow. It was just gonna be nuts, and we were gonna be one of these giant moments in history. And then the dude just stopped and turned around after like a 36-hour march. He just said, "Nah, I'm gonna turn around and go the other way." Well, nobody could really figure out why that happened. Well, I came across a story today, and I couldn't understand why nobody on the news, like the talking heads on CNN and Fox News and all those people, why none of them were really talking about this. And if they did, I missed it. But it says here, what I read was that Russian security services threatened the families of the leaders of those leading the Wagner group, that's the mercenary group, leading the Wagner group's mutiny or coup against the Russian government. So there's the answer to the question. They were on their way to Moscow when Putin made the call to the security forces and said, "Yo, we need to put this to a stop. We need to put the fear of life into these people. And we need to let them know that if you mess with the Russian government or with Putin or anybody, we are going to go after your families. So don't do it. And the families were made aware of this, and the families got in touch with Prigozhin and the rest of their mercenary family members and let them know what was happening, and promptly ended the coup immediately. So pretty shitty way to go about getting results, but they certainly got the results that they were looking for by going after where it was going to hit those guys the hardest. So yeah, that was a pretty intense thing. I was again, and such a horrible thing to like have a small part of you kind of wonder, like, kind of want something like, I don't know. I'm a horrible person, I guess, because it doesn't directly affect me, but then in the long run it could. Like, there's part of me that like it's a movie and you're watching it, like, but even though you don't realize it, or you realize it's history as it's happening, but it's so enthralling when that kind of stuff happens. Like, there's just like a small part of me that was just like, oh man, this would be so interesting to watch this all go down, and tanks and fighting in the middle of Moscow, and like that would have been insane to see. Horrible, because so many people would have gotten hurt, but again, the shitty person in me was kind of like, oh, that's interesting. Wouldn't be horrible to see that. I know I'm a terrible person. Alrighty, guys, I'm going to take a quick break. I got to let my throat relax. I'm really uncomfortable right now. It really hurts. I'm not going to lie to you. So I'm going to do my best to try to power through the rest of the show. I have a crazy video of a story that happened in Chicago over the weekend that I saw, and I was expecting to go one way. And then right before the show started, it ended up going in a completely different direction. So what we'll do is we'll take a quick break. I will be right back. I'm going to try to go see if I have some honey to try to coat my throat here, try to power through the rest of this thing for you guys. So in the meantime, you guys sit tight. We'll be right back on another dumb show. Hang on. Hello, welcome back to another Dumb Show. I'm another Dumb Show host. Thank you for streaming with us here on issue number 55 this evening. I appreciate it. 844-HIT-DUMB, 844-448-3862. Open Lines America. Give us a call. I saw CYX in there complaining about me not answering the phones. Give me a call. I'll pick up the phone. If you want to talk, I'll be happy to pick up the phone. I did see that you guys... Vanilla Charlie says he wants this song to play during the break instead of the other song? What are you, nuts? This is too busy, man. You can't have this playing during the break. That's why I got that nice chill music, bro. You just leave that up to me, my friend. You just sit back, put your feet up, blizz it out, if that's what you do. Again, welcome back, guys. I appreciate you guys streaming with us tonight. I'm running on empty. So I don't know how much longer we're going to go the rest of the night. I'm just trying to hold it together here. I'm not feeling very well right now at all. I don't know if I'm coming down with something officially, but it's getting harder to talk. It's getting harder to hold my head up at this point. It's kind of weird. Kind of sucks, to be honest with you. I'm disappointed because I don't have an event this weekend. So I'm looking forward to having the boys here this week and doing stuff with them and not feeling like I got to save some energy for work on the weekend, and now I'm getting freaking cold, so it's very, very frustrating. By the way, I saw you guys talking about the best candies during the break. I peeked in. I saw you guys talking about the best candies, and I don't want to spend all day on this, but guys, Take 5. How's nobody said Take 5? It's got it all. I mean, they're the best. They're the best candies that have come out in years. If they've taken the best of all these other candies and put them all into one, it's fantastic. You got your pretzels, you got your peanut butter, you got your caramel, caramel, whatever, chocolate. Can't go wrong. It's so good. It's so freaking good. Somebody said take the COVID test live. No, I don't want to do that. I do have a pounding headache though, which is what one of the symptoms was, I remember. But yeah, somebody said who takes COVID tests anymore? Nah, I don't know, man. I don't think anybody does. If you were talking old school candies. Oh, okay. I didn't know you were talking old school candies. I didn't know that. Anyway. So I have a video for you guys. Man, I'm even getting hot right now too. Whew. All right, so I think we'll do this video. Maybe I might have a couple of other little videos to kind of knock things out here the rest of the day. Well, actually, yeah. Let me play this video real quick. This video, so it's kind of graphic. It came out over the weekend. There's a woman named Carlicia Hood. She's 35. She's from Chicago. She and her son were charged with first-degree murder over the weekend in the slaying of 32-year-old Jeremy Brown. It was at this place called Maxwell Street Express in Chicago. She was seen on surveillance video walking in with her son from outside the store. She goes inside to go get some food. While she's waiting in line for food, she began to get into an altercation with this Jeremy Brown guy who ended up getting shot. In the argument, there's video of the argument, and during the argument, the woman starts texting her 14-year-old son who's outside at the time. So she goes inside, tries to order some food. Her son's waiting out in the car. While she's waiting in line, she gets in some sort of argument. I don't really know what the argument was over. Something about waiting for food or taking food. Who knows how these arguments start when you're waiting in line for something. Who knows what happens. But this is what it led up to. And the video is fairly graphic. So if you're like, it's pretty violent. So if it could trigger you. If you're a domestic violence victim, you could be triggered by this. So it's a trigger warning, all that kind of stuff. So just, be prepared. And if you don't want to look, don't look. Turn it down. So here we go.
Get your food! Who? Get in the car? Who? Nay. Get your food! Get your food! If you say
so
one more
scary.
thing, I'm gonna knock you out. Oh my grandma, say one more thing, I'm gonna knock you out.
Oh my God! Oh. Okay. Well, I think you guys heard the end of that. What happened? Yeah, that video is insane. So many things about it are nuts. So she was charged with murder, even though she didn't pull the trigger, because she encouraged her son to shoot the guy. Now, there's a lot of layers to this story. And when I first heard about this story, he was charged with murder, and then she also was charged in being complicit with it, or something along those lines, some weird legal term. But because she had, according to the original reports, had encouraged him, her son, a 14-year-old son, to shoot the guy. Because after he shot him the first time, even though it shot him in the head, the guy was able to run out. And when he ran out, the kid ended up following him and shooting him and finishing him, which the mother was encouraging the whole time. Well, now they have since dropped the charges since that video that you guys just watched came out, because they're saying that it was all in self-defense and that they had the right to defend themselves, and that's where it led to. I'm very surprised that in the end, I wonder if this is gonna hold up, or if something will change down the line. I'm surprised because, I mean, this is an instance where, because I'm always one of these people who always says, if you bring a gun to a fist fight, you're a big pussy. But in this case, where it's a big big dude beating on a woman at a store, I could see the son coming in to protect his mom, understandably. So, yeah, Nugget Man said, geez, complete left turn, favorite childhood candy, and then murder. I didn't bring up the childhood handy doo-doo head. You guys did. I was just trying to play along. I'd already told you guys I had a pretty crazy video coming up, so keep up. Shark said, as they should, bystanders just filmed, employees at the establishment did nothing. I kind of feel this, don't blame them. I kind of in that situation, I like to think I would speak up, but certainly there, if I was there with my kids or whatever, no, I'm going to just leave. I think also I'm kind of done getting involved in those kind of situations. I think I would just step out of it and get out of it. Not my circus kind of situation. I don't need to deal with it. So, I'll just leave it alone. Mikey said he'd shoot a mother effer who hit his mom. Oh, Mikey, you here? Are you in the... Am I missing Mikey down there? No? Okay, he's not here. He's just in the chat while he's bowling. Yeah, I agree. That was a pretty crazy story. I wasn't really sure what was going to happen with that story. I thought it was just going to be, blow up. It was going to be the 14-year-old kid. Should he get in trouble for defending his mom? And then they managed to drop the charges in less than like 2 days. So that was really surprising. I mean, it happened literally right before the show started. I saw somebody bring up there was a murder here in a local murder in a suburb at a grocery store. That was a really kind of crazy, surprising story. There was a guy who basically, there was a woman that worked at the grocery store, and this guy was her ex-husband or ex-boyfriend or something, tracked her down in the store, killed her in the store, and then killed himself. From what I read, and I don't know if there's any more details other than that, but I find that to be completely crazy. I would, again, just imagine you're in there picking up some eggs and some milk, getting yourself a couple delis, and then all of a sudden you hear a couple gunshots go off in the store. It's just getting crazy. It's scary. You can't seem to go anywhere these days. Oh, man. Now, Drew brings up a good point. That going back to that story in Chicago, that he shouldn't have, the 14-year-old shouldn't have run after and kept shooting, but that's self-defense. Now, is it? If he shot the guy and the guy left and his mom now seems to be no longer in danger, do you then go back out and chase him and shoot him? That's kind of where the problem is. So I understand why... that was really what I wanted to talk about. That's why I was surprised when the charges were dropped right before the show came down. I was like, oh man, that's a good thing to talk about. But again, going on to go out and chase the guy down, that almost, is it revenge, or are you shooting for your life at that point? I just saw, I was watching a news story again today, and this woman in Florida heard a noise on her back porch. Told her husband about it. She calls the police. The husband goes to the closet to get his AR-15. Ends up shooting the guy through the window before the guy even comes in the house. So, I mean, they don't know if the guy was officially coming in. He had a flashlight looking like he was getting ready to come in. And then he ends up blowing him away through the door. Hannah asked, does that drink have honey in it? No, I don't have any honey in it. It's no drink. I drank the water. I got a water here, and I was drinking that, and I got a deli here. So that's what I'm working on. So I'm trying to fall asleep after this. To be honest with you, I want to be able to knock myself out. So, all right. I did see another thing that was going on in the news today. There were closing arguments in the Parkland shooting, and the jury of the biggest puss in the history of the world, Scot Peterson. What a name, by the way. I feel so bad for anybody named Scot Peterson. It's like two of the biggest losers in the history of the world are named Scot Peterson. The guy that killed his wife, his pregnant wife, Lacey Peterson, that douche. And then this guy, the biggest pussy in the entire world, Scot Peterson, this son of a bitch, is facing all these charges for 7 counts of felony child neglect, 3 culpable negligence derived from each of the 10 victims that were killed in that school shooting. Now, this guy, somebody actually, and I know lawyers, people say they're the biggest scumbags in the history of the world. Well, this guy, this attorney, somebody actually decided that they were going to try to defend this Scot Peterson guy. This is the guy who hid outside of the school instead of running in to save the little kids. The biggest pussy in the history of the world, who just happened to be, I think it was a few months shy of retirement, strangely enough, decided that it wasn't worth going in to save the kids. Speaking of pussies and guns, Carson Wentz, he is one of the biggest pussies. Well, everybody hates him because he just sucks at football as it is, and he's just kind of the laughing stock of the NFL. And he now has decided that he can't be a big man on the football field. So he's decided that he's going to go be a big man out in the hunting world. He has now decided to move on to shooting black bears with bows because he's just such a man that he needs to chase down animals, which I'm sure he did this from, however many feet away. I understand he's not using a gun. He's using a bow, so it's more sporting. No, it's pretty lame. Everything about it is pathetic. I'm never going to understand. Like, I get it if you need to shoot for food. You live in the middle of nowhere and you need to do this for food. But personally, I agree with this chick named Tanya Ray Fox. She's from FS1. She said men who do this are pathetic. Totally agree. Completely pathetic. And again, I feel like he's trying to compensate for his lack of play on the field. So he's just one of these uber rich guys who's just a thrill seeker and blah, 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 who, nothing is good enough for him at this point in time. So he's got to constantly be doing things that are going to give him a thrill or blah, 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 blah. But right now, he just looks like a punk. And then to then post the picture on social media, like this was like some big, great achievement. I had some guide take me out into the woods. He showed me the perfect place to hide where these bears wouldn't eat me or be able to smell me. I don't have any, I didn't learn from, there's no doubt, there's no way that he just went out and did this. He clearly, I'm sure he did this as part of some tour because that's a whole big thing with bear hunting tours and all this stuff. I know a guy who, that's what he used to take people doing. He'd take them on bear hunting and salmon hunting tours or salmon trips or whatever up in Alaska. And I just thought, it's like, what a stupid job to have. Your job is to take people to kill animals? Why? It's just so absolutely ridiculous to me. So Carson Wentz, I already had pretty much no respect for him as a football player, and now I've even lost even more respect for him. But I guess if you are a hunter, if you live in Pennsylvania, there were all kinds of problems with the first day of the game season. I did see that story. So if you're a hunter and your hunting license didn't go through that day, that first day, sorry guys, sorry you weren't able to go take out your deers. So, all right, guys, I'm running out of gas here. I do have, I think, couple other quick things we'll knock out before the end of the store, before we wrap up the show. Ray Lewis, his son, just passed away. The former Baltimore Ravens linebacker, Ray Lewis, Hall of Famer. His son passed away at 28 years old, and I saw some. What would be deemed some pretty insensitive comments about his son's passing. Because if you don't know Ray Lewis, people think he's a murderer. Let's be honest. There's a lot of people that think he allegedly could have been involved in a double murder back in the day. The infamous bloody white suit that nobody could find, the knife, all this stuff. So there are a lot of people that I saw kind of saying that this is karma. And that's pretty cold and awful thing to say, but that's what I saw. Some people were saying that the karma's a bitch, all that good stuff. And I got one last thing before I run out of gas, guys, because I'm telling you, I'm tired and my throat is killing me. Actually, I don't even care about this. I don't even care about that story. It's dumb. I'm not even going to waste my energy on it. I do have some information about the new Superman Legacy movie, and we're going to wrap it up after that because I'm running out of gas. Superman Legacy. The screen tests have officially started. I think we're into the second week now of it. And James Gunn, the director, he's paired 6 hopefuls for Clark Kent and Lois Lane to be around over the, for this next movie. There were a few different people that are being considered for it. Here, let me just open this picture. Here's a picture of the people that they're up for it. Now, already I'm a little frustrated because I'm not thinking any of these people particularly look, maybe the top guy a little bit, look like Superman. But there it is. This is a picture of James Gunn in the middle. That's the director. But the guys on the left are the 3 dudes that are up potentially to be Superman. And on the right are the 3 ladies that are up potentially to be Lois Lane in the pair up. Now, I'm not specifically blown away by any of these. The guy on the top left got a good jawline, kind of Superman-esque jawline, but just by looking at all these, now I know these are dark pictures, but it seems like these guys all have dark eyes. Superman's got blue eyes. So they better put some contacts on these boys. The guy in the middle, the guy that played Beast in the Wolverine or in the X-Men movies, no, he can't be Superman. He's tall and skinny and nerdy. He played a nerd in the movie. He just cannot be Superman or Clark Kent. Now the guy on the bottom, I'm not happy with his face as far as the looking like Superman, but he definitely has the jaw and the chin and the neck of Superman. He's got a big thick neck, jawline, kind of even the hair a little bit like Superman. So that actually kind of works for me. And then as far as Lois Lane goes, I'd say that girl on the upper right, I mean, she just on looks alone definitely has major Lois Lane vibes going for me. Mikey, my dude, what's up, bro? You're on another dumb show. How are you, bro?
What's up, buddy? Sorry you're not feeling so well, man.
Oh, it sucks, dude. I was doing okay this morning. I mean, I felt kind of off, and then it's just kind of as, you know how it goes when you start getting sick, it just kind of, you feel it start getting worse as the day goes on, and it's progressively, just as I'm sitting here, I'm feeling it I'm getting hot, and then I'm getting cold. I just realized I've had Carson Wentz up this whole time. That'll tell you how out of it I am. I'm talking about something else. I have a picture of fucking Carson Wentz up, but I don't even know how I did that. So,
the penis with 2 eyes.
What's that?
I said Carson Wentz, the penis with 2 eyes. That's what he looks like.
Yeah.
He looks like a big pecker with 2 eyeballs on it.
Yeah, he's a pretty big chump. I'm not a big fan of that dude. Nobody likes. I mean, is there anybody who likes Carson Wentz? Anybody at all?
No, he's the dude that got replaced by Big Dick Nick.
That's what I'm saying.
Thing I know him as.
He's just the biggest dork in the league. He's like, people say Kirk Cousins a dork. No, this guy's a dork. Carson Wentz. I mean, look at this
Kirk
nerd.
Cousins just the dad of the league.
Right. That's true.
Kirk Cousins spends his Kohl's cash wisely.
That's right. Now, what do you think? What are all those chains when they put those chains on him? When are those the other guy's chains? He doesn't have any of those chains, right?
Oh God, no, that's everybody else's chains. But every time that dude does something out of pocket, it becomes a viral moment. I love it.
Yeah, I did. One of my favorite videos is him when they show him in high school doing like Bye Bye Birdie or other musicals that he was in. That always cracks me up. That old high school footage of him, you know, the NFL superstar dancing.
I've seen a couple of those too.
Yeah, they're great. I love it.
I remember my favorite clip of him is when the last year that our head coach there, Coach Zimmer, was there, and we scored a touchdown to win a game, and he just shook Zimmer like a rag doll and chest bumped him out of the way. And it came out afterward that those two had the worst relationship in the world, and it was more of like a violence thing that Kirk did to him.
Sorry, Mike. I'm running. I zoned out. I'm trying to read chat and listen to you at the same time, and I can't even keep a. I can't keep a freaking.
I just see our that dumbass in the chat there.
Oh, I wasn't even talking about that. I just can't. I'm trying to keep up with the button pushing and everything else at the same time is driving me crazy. There's too much, too many things
Well,
when you can't.
if you're still feeling under the weather tomorrow, I'll be able to help carry it a little bit more of the weight.
Yeah, no, it's good. It's warm in my throat. It just hurts. It hurts to talk. So I'm getting a little concerned that about my voice. That's more what I'm worried about if I'm going to have a voice tomorrow. But I have yeah, right. No, I have every intention of no. We'll be live tomorrow whether I'm sick or not. I'm in my friggin' house. You know what I mean? It's not like it's rocket science. It's not like I got to go anywhere to do it or whatever. So I just don't want to. But if I can't talk, that's a different story. So yeah, no, I will be back live tomorrow. Don't do that. And nobody's trying to get out of work. I just literally Nugget Man saying I got sick from my job Saturday night. Hopefully it's not wrong. I don't know how it could be from that because I was away from people. Like I fist bumped the owner of the house because I can't really squeeze because of that road rage incident. I can't punch anything, or like I can't really squeeze, do a handshake, so I have to do like a little tiny fist bump. So I'm not really getting close to people. So I don't think it was from that. I don't know what it is, but I tell you what, I'm not enjoying my situation right now. So I think we will definitely probably wrap things up.
Fastly.
I was just going to say, that's a perfect way to describe it. I'm fading fast, and I'm running out of juice. And I drank so much go-go juice today, just trying to stay awake, just to have energy to do things. And that's it. Hold on one second. Let me just get rid of that guy real quick.
I started making my own coffee at home now, trying to be more
Yeah, you told me it was a big mistake. So.
Yeah, no, the second time around it was a lot better. 8 scoops of coffee in one little thing is perfect. And it says Death Wish coffee.
Lil's Ball said I have to bridesmaid. Let's be real. No, it was a group of 17 and 18-year-old kids. So definitely did not have anything to do with any of those people. All right, guys. I'm going to try.
Walking around drinking.
They were. It was crazy, Mikey. I can't believe it. I've never, like I said, at my graduation party, my parents drank too. My parents partied, and there's no way they were going to let me do it. There was no way they let me drink at that party. I wanted to so bad. There's no chance. And so I've left out too. The parents were playing flip cup with them. Like,
what?
Yes, the parents, they had 2-table long game of flip cup. It was probably, I'd say, 12 people on each side of the table playing flip cup, and most of them were 18-year-olds with a couple sets, maybe like 3 moms and 2 dads mixed into the whole group of them playing flip cup with them.
We had one set of parents when we were growing up that would let us party at their house and play flip cup and stuff with us, and both of those parents turned out to be crackheads. Those were the only 2 parents that I remember when we were growing up that would let us drink at their house.
Actually, there were parents. See, it seemed like the richer the parents were in my neighborhood were the ones that would let everybody drink. If you were a really rich kid, your parents.
I definitely ain't hang out with none of them. That's for sure. They wouldn't let me at their house. They probably thought I was going to lift everything.
Yeah, no, I mean, you couldn't help it at that point. Actually, it was just always. That where I grew up, I was one of the not. Rich people, so we didn't really have.
I get what you're saying.
Yeah. But I got to go hang out with all those people, and like I said, those parents, man, I remember there was this one house where they had a kegerator built right into their kitchen, and when their parents were out of town, we just ripped right out of the keg all the time, and even when they were home, just as long as like we were chill. You know what I mean? It's like we could just kind of have a couple beers and hang out like by the pool. As long as we weren't going nuts. And they weren't even like, don't drive or anything like that either. They just were kind of, just don't get crazy, guys. And we'd be like, okay, cool. And that'd be the end of it. It'd be pretty much done. So, all right, guys. I think that's going to wrap things up for us tonight. Mikey, thanks for calling in. I appreciate it.
Take it easy, buddy. I hope you feel better.
Yeah, thank you. Me too. Get home safely from bowling. How'd you shoot? It doesn't matter. This one doesn't count.
I shot a little bit better than I just walked in the door, but I did pick the 7-10 split for the 3rd time in my life.
You really? Did you really? I I totally forgot. I put on
It's
some.
the third time I've ever picked it.
Good for you. That's pretty incredible. 710. You've hit it more than once too. That's your third time.
It's my third time doing it in my life. Yeah.
That's cool. I actually I turned on some pro bowling for a minute earlier this week, or what, I don't know, Saturday or Sunday, just for a couple minutes.
The ladies? Was it the ladies bowling?
No, it was the dudes, and one of the guys, he's like, looks like Napoleon Dynamite. I don't know if you've seen this guy before.
Kyle Troop.
Yes, Kyle Troop.
Kyle Troop. Hell yeah, it's my man.
You love this guy, huh?
He's got the screech afro. He's got the tie-dye sequins clothes. Hell yeah.
Hold on, I got to pull up a picture of this guy, Kyle Troop. This is perfect. That's the best picture too.
Oh, hell yeah, that's my guy.
So here he is. This is the guy that was kicking some ass while I was watching the bowling the other day. Yeah, big, huge afro. It was a little smaller, more Napoleon Dynamite-esque, but he definitely had an outfit on just like that. That was like head to toe, coordinated colors. Had a pretty cool ball too that was like this see-through acrylic ball with like the design was on the inside and flat. That was actually pretty cool. So yeah, I flipped on a little bowling. So apparently I was in a competitive mood this weekend. You know, I was trying to watch all kinds of racing, threw on some bowling. Yeah, couldn't get enough of it. All right.
This weekend will be fun for racing. I'm looking forward to watching NASCAR this weekend, watching them race in the streets of Chicago. Park.
You took the words right out of my mouth, dude. I actually have a picture of the course layout because I'm so excited about it. My kids might actually go to this. They are getting ready to go to Chicago. Yeah, my kids are getting ready to go to Chicago this weekend, and their mom mentioned
Talk about an experience, man. The first time those guys ever get to race on that track.
I know.
It's literally a level playing field.
Yes, there's a small part of me that wants to try to figure out a way to go to this. I'm sure it's probably sold out and everything, but I feel like there must be a way to somehow witness this. Somehow, I don't know, but I
imagine so. There's got to be a way. I don't think it's gonna. I don't know. Maybe. Oh, it's July 4th weekend too.
Yeah. Well. Oh, yeah. That's a good point. I've been to Chicago before. Here's the track. Now it's funny when they showed the track. I was watching the Nashville race the other day, and when they showed the track, they put this up like this, and I got so confused because when they did it, they didn't show that this intersection was like a turn. And I thought it just went like this, like it went all the way through. And they were going to be like having to deal with an intersection of traffic there. I was so confused about why they would do it that way. And then I realized, no, dummy, that's just a turn. It turns back on itself, which is unique, actually.
They're going to have a yield in the middle of the race.
An actual yield, like, what do you mean?
No, I was saying, you thought there was going to be an intersection.
Yeah, that's what I meant. I didn't know how the hell they were going to do it. I was so confused. I was like, are they just going to, drive through the smoke, the wheels down, just put the hammer down and go and hope that you don't run into somebody? But no, I'm just a dipshit. But yeah, I'm really looking forward to it. I think it's going to be some great racing. And I've never been, I've been to Chicago, but I don't know the Buckingham Fountain or any of these lakefront green. These are supposedly, people think, I guess if you know Chicago, these are famous landmarks in Chicago. But yeah, I sure hope my kids get to get there and somehow just experience it. Even just being in town and hearing all the race cars driving through town would be pretty neat, I think.
Oh, that's got to echo so loud between them buildings.
That's what I mean. Just the sounds of all those.
Just thinking about it.
Me too. That's my favorite part. I don't know how anybody plays any of these racing games without the sound on. That's the best part. Is the revving and all that when they do that turn it up thing on NASCAR.
Up. Turn down the music. Turn up the engine sounds.
Absolutely. So, well, I think that might be what my rest of my night consists of. Oh, by the way, that EA Play thing, it let me get F122 for free. So
nice.
Yeah, so I ran out my trial on F123, but I got F122 now, so I think I might just put my foot up and.
With those games, there's not much of a gameplay difference or graphics difference between 22 and 23, to be honest with you.
Almost exactly the same, except for one little thing with the DRS, which I honestly don't understand. Do you know what DRS is?
No idea.
In F1? No, neither do I. I have to look more. I have no idea what it is. It's something like, I think it like makes the car go faster. I haven't quite figured it out yet. I have to do a little more research.
Well, I noticed they had that weird overtake mode in the
I think
overtake button in the F123. Did they have that in 22?
No, that's what I can't figure out. I don't know what the overtake is or any of that on this one, or if it's only on certain setups. If I haven't earned that yet on my car, I don't know. So we shall see.
I kept getting overspeed warnings and getting in trouble for going too fast on the track.
Say that one more time.
I said in 23 I was getting limit warnings where I was going over speed on the track, and I ended up getting penalized for it.
Yeah, you got to slow down. I found that I've actually been pretty decent. I got the pole in one of the races and came in second in it. I was actually pretty impressed with myself, but then I came dead last the next two. So yeah. All right, that's gonna wrap things up, Mikey. I appreciate it, dude. You have a good rest of your night, my bro.
You too, buddy. Love you, buddy.
All right, love you. See you. All right, guys. Thank you for sticking it out with me here tonight. I am officially running out of gas. That is going to wrap things up for us here on another Dumb Show. I appreciate everybody streaming with us tonight here on YouTube. If you've not already taken a chance to like today's show, please make sure you hit that thumbs up. If you're not already subscribed to the channel, please make sure you subscribe. I appreciate that. And get those notifications turned on, because that is officially the best way to find out when we are going to go live. We do go live at 7 now. Unlike other people, if they would read the updates or listen to live updates, you'd understand. We are officially doing that. So that is going to wrap things up for us tonight. If you've not already joined, please take a second to join the channel. That way I don't have to do this in my house and I can do it from a studio. Well, it's $1.99 a month, and we'd love to have you become an official member of the League of Dummies. So again, hit that join button, and that's going to wrap things up for us tonight here on YouTube. Thanks for streaming with us. Nugget Man, thank you so much for the super fan donation in there. I really appreciate it. That's the best way, again, to support us. And Brap, I'm glad you love the 7 p.m. start time, because it definitely works much better with my schedule. So I appreciate everybody. You guys have a great night. I am out of here. See ya.